Hello, Ghana. Most welcome to your authoritative platform. This is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. Today, we throw the lenses on arm wrestling, one of the fastest, and I'm saying the fastest growing sports in the world. Remember, we've been hammering it and telling you that it is coming, it's getting closer. Now, the expectations has reached a peak, a high peak, a crescendo. Now, on the 1st and 2nd of May, some days away from today, Ghana will be welcoming the rest of Africa for the biggest arm wrestling show. It is the 15th edition, meaning that they've come a long way. And Accra is serving as the number 15th destination again to welcome the rest of Africa. What are we to expect? What really is in it? What is the underlying thing? Yes, just play arm wrestling, or there is a legacy project behind it. What really are we doing? Are we using this as a platform to really encourage more youth to go into it? What really does the sports offer to the youth, the teaming youth in Africa? Today, I've been joined by two able personalities. One is leading a field that everybody will assume it should be manned by a man. So I'm talking about the Rainbow Nation, a very, very beautiful country and beautiful sports culture. I have their president here, but beautifully, the president is a she, leading the men. And so if you see a lady leading, it tells you something that there is more to it than it. So today, let me introduce to you the president for South Africa Armwrestling Federation. No other person than Yorinda Nel. Mom, most welcome.
Thank you very much, Theophilus.
How are you?
We are very well. We are so happy to be here in Ghana. A lovely country. It's an honor to be here today with you, and it's an honor to represent the Rainbow Nation right at the southern tip of our beautiful continent.
Great, great. Most welcome. And then next to him is the most sought after sports administrator in Africa and the world. When I say, people look at me and say, what are you talking about? This man is multi-talented. If there is a machine, we call him the desktop. He's doing so many things. So he happens to be the chief scribe, the whole Sports Writers Association of Ghana. He happens to be our chief scribe. If he doesn't do it, the president will not be able to do most of the activities. So he's our general secretary and also happens to be, this arm wrestling, when we're talking about the whole world, is the vice president. And for Africa, the whole president, all the president's president is in the house. No other person. Our own uncle, our senior brother, our mentor, and everybody. What I'm sitting down to, he has done, he's tired. The one and only barrister, Charles Osei Asibey, is in the house. Prezo, most welcome.
Thank you very much. I had no choice. It's a tough period, but I had no choice. Once you says you should come.
Oh, Prezo, I'm honored to have you here.
It's an order, so I had to rush in here.
Hey,
we're happy with you.
If my superiors see that you're saying it's an order.
But they should know the kind of person you are. I mean, but for you, it would have been difficult for us to come because it's a busy morning.
I know.
So I think they should appreciate the kind of work you're doing here.
Thank you for the compliment. And so let's hit the ground running because time is just, a lot of people are asking me, so how do we get there? The venue is Boteman, the iconic Boteman spot. You just go there and just go and see. Even before the tournament starts, you just pass through, you can smell it, can feel it. The energy is building up. Who is picking all the goals away? Who is bringing the surprise package? What nation will come and surprise all the big nations? Yes, we live to see. But President, let me start from you before I come to Mom, because you lead this whole thing. What are we to expect? This is the 15th edition of the Africa Armwrestling and Championship. This is the 15th edition. What are we to expect Accra 2026?
Well, a number of things will make this championship different from the previous ones we've had. Remember, Ghana hosted the 9th edition, hosted the 12th, and this is the 15th. Beyond that, I have been around for like 10 years, and I see what happened in various countries. I must confess that anytime we have gotten the opportunity to host, we do something different. So for the people who have been around, they expect nothing but something new. It is one of the reasons for which we took the event to Boteman. Okay. We were going to have it here, but in a conversation with the minister and the chief director, they were like, this is our sporting facility. You cannot have this championship anywhere else. My Vice President Kofi Addo Ejekum said, look, The people are used to, you know, Hatramani Hall, Legon, and Nat Hall. Take them to a new place. Remember, because of the African Games, we had the Boteman facility. So we did recce, we love the place, and we've started setup. I'm sure setup will be done by close of day today. Maybe when you come and you see what we have been able to do, you will understand where I'm coming from. Beyond that, transport arrangement is done. We're going to work with Metro Mass. Beautiful EV buses is what will convey all the athletes. We have worked with the security agency, the IGP through COP Lydia Donko and the regional command. They have engaged all the various districts to coordinate and work with us. So security is also perfect. Accommodation, I don't think there's been any problem so far. Advanced teams have come in already, and South Africa advanced team is in. The team arrives tomorrow. This morning, the Secretary of the World Armwrestling Federation got into town. Secretary of Africa is in town already. The Vice President of Nigeria is in town. The leader for Niger is in town. Other people are in town, but the major arrival is between tonight and tomorrow. So as far as the championship is concerned, we are ready. Africa is coming, Accra is ready. Beyond that, the numbers will grow from the previous participation, the numbers we have had. South Africa is coming into Africa for the first time with about 25, athletes. And for me, as leader of Africa, I am so happy to welcome them into our fold. She's coming into Ghana for the first time, and she's so happy. The people are happy. Kenya, we know them to do athletics. Kenya is with us. Eswatini is with us. So the numbers will grow also because this championship is a qualifier for the African Games. So everybody wants to qualify for the African Games. So the adrenaline, the euphoria, the energy of the athletes, I feel will make this more competitive than the ones we have experienced in the past.
I am looking forward to seeing more than 450 athletes, 500 athletes here and there. Really, if indeed it should happen that way, what does it tell you about the growth of your sport?
Well, when I joined Africa Armwrestling, frankly, I'm being frank, there were 6 countries.
6?
Today, I proudly can say we are 27.
You don't mean it?
Yes. And
6 countries were doing it professionally, doing it with seriousness, and
yes, in fact,
with a national appeal.
The first African championship, even though the African body was founded in 2002, the first championship had only 3 countries. Only 3 countries. So if today you have 21 countries playing, then it means we have come a long way.
Great.
We have done a lot of work. To be able to have a Ghanaian being a vice president of the world, to be able to have a number of African officials or referees working at the world level, to be able to have a woman, and it's my passion. One of the things I want to do is to encourage women to lead, to encourage women to play. The perception that arm wrestling is a sport for the male or men, I just want to erode it. And that's why I am encouraging her to lead the people in South Africa. So a lot of things have changed within the period, and we will continue to make arm wrestling better. Remember, I have said that 2 things I have said. Arm wrestling is going to be the sport of choice. Secondly, I will use Ghana to build Africa.
Wow. So if you see, you hear a president talking with passion like this, it tells you that truth is like in our palace. They say a blind man, when he tells you that I'll throw a stone at you, there are 2 things. Either there's something in his pocket, or he's standing on one thing that he can just take because he cannot see and throw at you. So if you get somebody who's so passionate and telling you that indeed we want to champion this, encourage more women, then you should understand. Let me come to our guest here. South Africa is one of the teams for this championship. How ready is South Africa for Accra 2026?
Well, South Africa firstly is very, very excited to be here. We sent 3 delegates last year, and I think we brought home 5 medals. But this year, as President said, a much bigger team, and the preparations have been going on intensely for the past year, since we knew how it is at the Africa Games or at the African Championship, and so we knew what to prepare for. We were so excited. half of the team has never been on an international stage before, so it will be their first time. More than half of the team are junior athletes, so we are very excited to build the young ones up and bring them and give them the experience for an international stage. And the strength in the team overall, I think, is very good. I think Accra is going to get a big surprise when they see the podium at the end of the competition.
The rainbow flag is being hoisted higher in all the departments. Now, you talked about you having a younger team. And so, if I may ask you, what will be your expectations? Yes, you want to just come because it's your first major outing for arm wrestling. You bring in a young team, but what are the expectations you've set for, targets you've set for yourself?
Okay, so there are some experienced athletes. There I expect medals, definitely, podium places. Okay. And for the younger ones, it's mainly about getting the experience, seeing what it's all about, seeing what they need to prepare for and what their future is. So this is a long-term plan. This is not just about coming once and getting medals and going home. This is a long-term plan. They need to learn, we need to train them. They need to get the experience of the international stage so that they know what to expect and what they are working for. And we will use this African stage to get them so well trained that they can thereafter go to the world stage.
I know everybody keeps their cards behind them, but you being a mother, I know you can just tease us. So which name should we look out for? Which of the categories should we look out for in terms of the South African really coming on the plate?
It will be difficult to single out a few, but I'm going to just give a few. I should actually name the whole team because each and every one of them has got so much potential and power.
You like 2 or 3?
But okay, 2 or 3. We will look out for Leandro Cordier.
Okay.
Firstly, it's his first year as a senior, but he's very, very strong in South Africa. He's only been arm wrestling for a year, but the amount of progress he's made is immense. Who else? We will also look out for Ankunal, who is my husband. That's not just because he's my husband, he's a master. Okay. And he has been South African champion for many years in a row. So I do think that's someone to note. Also, we've got Ruan Ace, it's a junior boy. Also coming up with a big bang, getting stronger and stronger, listening when you teach him to really getting on with the technique very well.
And then your girl who played in the last African Games.
So you've really seen potential from
Prince. Definitely we need to.
I mean, South Africa is one of the countries I'm watching out to dominate, you know. Apart from the fact that they are coming with a young team, they have experience in arm wrestling, even more than Ghana. They started arm wrestling many years ago. And if it comes to, you know, dominance, I won't be surprised to see South Africa coming face to face with Egypt, Mali, Ghana, and the rest. So it's going to be tough. Remember, the Beninois are also doing well these days. So it's going to be a tough championship. I sit here as the president of the Confederation, and I wish everybody the best. But as leader of Ghana, I know I will host and win.
So, what will be success? Yes, indeed, some countries have been regular attendees for the championship. He mentioned South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, they've been going. South Africa is now coming to the party. There's going to be a major outing in terms of this championship.
Yes.
And so I just want to know from you, what will you call success after this tournament?
I will call success if the people that I expect medals from do get the medals and go home. If the younger ones and the first timers to international stage go home with experience and knowledge and wisdom. And also success for me would be if we could leave a footprint here in Ghana and in the rest of Africa and share the knowledge that we have built over the years and lift the rest of Africa up with what we know and what we have learned and what we can do.
Okay, I'll come to President, but let me ask you this. In your area, South Africa, is there a story about that you can share in 30 seconds? How the sport has changed a life or transformed an individual? I'll come to him. He has been moving around since it started. So he can also share a Ghana experience for us. Has there been a moment that you can say, indeed, had it not been for arm wrestling, this athlete, this gentleman, this lady wouldn't have really been bold enough to do stuff that they are doing? Can you share one with us? In South Africa, has arm wrestling really changed their life?
I can almost use myself as an example, but I will use, there's some junior athletes that I know, some of my son's friends that were involved with the wrong friends, going to the streets, getting into drugs and alcohol, and the boys got them and said, no, but just come and look at the sport, come and look at arm wrestling. And they got so hooked on it, and they are coming to the training sessions. My husband is the trainer for the club that we have in our town, and he's the coach, and he's also a mentor. He's almost like a second father to some of them, and their lives have changed around. They are now so focused on training, eating healthy. One of the rules that he says, that he gives the club members is your points in your grades in school shouldn't be below a certain level. If I see that your report card is not good, you will go home, you won't train, you will go home and you will study. So then they come back with their report card and they say, look, my grades have picked up. I said, yes, come back, let's arm wrestle.
Wow.
So the positive change in the life of a person, and he's still young, so it means his future is changed.
Wow. So you've been to so many African countries. Have you heard any of those stories? In Ghana, have you seen one or two?
Well, I may have to write a book one day about how the sport has changed the lives of many. Apart from the fact that we're pulling Africa together, I feel that the reason for which I decided to lead the sport, in Ghana especially, was to get a lot more young boys and girls from the street. And I sit here in 10 years and I feel that God has been good. If you go to Benin, for instance, a number of young men and women, including para or disabled people, they are no more disabled, but they have now become para-athletes. They have something they live on to. For the first time, athletes in Benin got some dollars from the Benin government.
Wow.
As winning bonuses. It never happened.
In arm wrestling?
In arm wrestling. Nigeria, same. Togo, same. Cote d'Ivoire, same. I have, you know, sometimes when they call and they share the experiences with me, it is either goosebumps or tears of joy. As for Ghana, I need to write series of books, you know, because as I speak with you, a number of my athletes have gained employment through arm wrestling. A number of them. The immigration service, the police service, the prison service, name them. And it makes me so happy. Guys hitherto who would have been on the street, guys hitherto who would have completed senior high and would have had nothing to do. So I am so happy, and by the grace of God, if everything goes well, by the end of this ongoing recruitment, I would have had more athletes being recruited into the security services. So I feel elated as a leader that I am changing lives. It is one of the reasons I can't stop this. Because at some point, I felt like I am tired. I wanted to give up. But if I look at the lives I'm impacting through this, I need to stay on to ensure that people are happy. Maybe that's what God wants me to
Great.
do.
And for people to really appreciate my viewers, sometimes they call you behind the stages and be asking, what really are the sacrifices that these athletes go through before they come on the stage to put up the shows that we clap, we laugh, and we share about? You lead, you are president, you lead the...
Maybe the South African story will be different, but here is not easy. Sometimes they go on an empty stomach. Sometimes we have to find something for them to eat or even transport them to training. So when I see the results out of the struggle, it makes me happy. And I want to use this platform, whoever is watching and is interested in picking up an athlete. These are future stars. These are reps of Ghana. It cannot always be football. It cannot always be football. So we need people to support our young athletes. I've said severally that we need a training center for arm wrestling. We train at different places because for everything we did for Ghana in the last Africa Games, till to date, the only reward was the prize money. Nothing monumental has been done. I feel that Ghana hasn't been good, but I just want to thank friends and individuals who have supported the vision of arm wrestling. Like I said earlier, I use Ghana to build Africa. Africa doesn't have money, so I need to find money. And it is the people around me who support. You know, my Vice President, Dr. Kofi Addo-Ejekum, very, very effective. The board, COP Lydia, ACI Gordonsa, Edwin Amankwa, all of them have been so fantastic. But this year, the Minister for Sports and Recreation, I remember when we started the engagement to host this championship, he told me, President, there's Women's AFCON, there's the Commonwealth Games, there's the World Cup, there's, he mentioned about, and then there's my own athletics. He said, President, we don't have money. It cannot happen. And I said, Minister, but I already have told the people that I am going to host. As leader of Africa, you cannot disgrace me. Then he said, I trust you. If you can raise money, then I'll bless you to host. Wow. Then I said, I'm ready. I said, go ahead and host. So after the engagement, he said, I remember the first thing he told me when I met him to discuss the obligations. Then he said, Team Ghana is the responsibility of government. I was touched when he said that. I even thought that it was just a statement, but I must say that I had said that Honorable Yusuf Mustafa was good to the sport, but Kofi Adams, ED, is doing great. Together with the chief director, they are doing great. I mean, everything Team Ghana is them. Something hitherto would have come from me and my pocket and the people around me. So I doff my hats for the Minister for Sports and Recreation, who is going to conduct the opening ceremony, the National Health Insurance Authority, the director himself. He's been a brother, you know. Anytime we have said we want to play, he thinks that one of the mandates of the Health Insurance Authority is to not just to ensure there's insurance for that, but they also seek prevention. And the only way to prevent is to get people to be active and to play sports. So they support us. National Petroleum Authority, Stanbic Bank, Better Logistics, and everybody, Kofi Chrome Pharmacy I have mentioned. There's also Royal Dutch Pharmacy. Remember, on the second day, the mayor of Accra has decided to host the entire contingent at his residence. Whoa. Yes, the mayor of Accra. He's going to host everybody. Whoa. So Kofata Motors have also been supportive. And then all my media friends, the media houses, and all, I am aware that Sports Plus wants to go live. Wow. Yes, I am aware Sports Plus wants to go live. They have called me. Wow. They want to do live. So thanks to Ghana Broadcasting, thanks to everybody who has been part of this dream. We are grateful to the Ghana Tourism Authority. They tell me that sports and tourism, so they want to take advantage of Africa Armwrestling to preach, visit Ghana, tour Ghana. Wow. So we are thankful to everybody that has come good.
People are asking questions. So you are the president, you are South Africa. Suggest to us which countries are the strongest now as we speak, so that they know when they come in. So.
Egypt, Mali, South Africa, and then you will see Benin, you see Nigeria, you see Mauritius. Madagascar too is very strong. But in all this, I think the host country will. I mean, I see tough opposition coming from all these countries, and it makes me happy because of the level of development. But let's watch out for South Africa.
Okay.
Egypt won't disappoint. Mali won't disappoint.
Hey.
These are the top three. Benin will compete basically in the junior and the youth category. That's where they will face South Africa. But when it comes to the men and the women, Ghana, Nigeria, Mali, Egypt.
Wow. So the rivalry, who are the biggest rivalries? Which?
Oh, the biggest rivalry is Ghana, Nigeria. Oh, of course, Ghana, Nigeria.
There's a lot of things will come
But
back
you see, they battle. And then by the time they realize, Egypt and Mali would have gone through. And when it comes to Egypt and Mali, it is also tough. Yeah, they are advanced in this game. It's always tough. But Ghana has grown over the period, and Ghana will face them. I know,
and
I know
also
the people
somebody
in Ghana. I know the people in Ghana.
Somebody succeed. That arm wrestling, one trademark about you is that you don't go for competitions and return with a handshake. You come with medals. And so in terms of the medal predictions, a lot of medals will be at stake. So in terms of sharing, I know how you share, but in terms of sharing, President, tell me before I come to South Africa,
So
if you look at
about 500 medals, plus and minus, looking at the numbers and the competition that is coming. It will be tough. I haven't made any prediction yet, but as a father of Africa, I need to be quiet to see what my guest brings on. So I wish every team well. I pray that every team must go back home winning something. Once that happens, the people are encouraged. Those back home, the various governments are encouraged to support them. And that is one of the biggest problems we have as far as our sport is concerned. We do not get the support of government. South Africa, for instance, I am aware that it is more or less self-sponsorship, you know, and we need to grow from there. I feel that various governments should begin to invest in the sport of arm wrestling.
Wow. Wow. So the South African Business Chamber in Ghana, they should get ready and be a boteman. Because last time they've been doing their annual rainbow tennis stuff. They've been doing some stuff here. So now that you're in, then I'm using this platform to call them. Please come, a boteman from the first to second. Come and cheer Team South Africa up. Who are your biggest rivals now? South Africa coming into this competition. Who do you think really will be looking at South Africa and don't?
You mean
countries that really would like to rival you?
It's not easy to say because it's our first biggest experience, but also everything that President said. I've watched the news, I've watched the videos, the previous championships. Definitely Ghana at this point, I think, is our biggest challenge for this championship. We've seen some of the athletes. Me and my husband were part of or still ongoing, part of a coaching course that Alpha is presenting here to the African countries. And we've seen the different athletes. Ghana is definitely standing out. Nigeria as well, Egypt as well, Benin, definitely, it's all of them.
And so, all roads will be leading. But before I let them go, a lot of questions I can, but no problem. Before I let them go, what is this that you are leaving with the fans? Because some really want to come to Boteman to really come and have a feel of it. We've made a lot of noise. A lot of people are talking about this sport. People are now changing their minds that, oh, this is just a recreational something. They are now seeing it as a serious sport, something that is transforming lives. So why should they come to Boteman?
I'll make it simple.
Yes.
Apart from falling in love or associating with the sport, Friday is a holiday. And His Excellency, the President of the Republic, says it's a May Day. So after the May Day celebration, everybody must come to Boteman. Saturday is a weekend. Bring your family. Arm wrestling is a family sport. She plays, the husband does. They have a daughter who manages a club. You know, so it's a family thing. And I will urge everybody watching us to bring the family to, you know, Boteman to come and experience the sport. Once you experience it, it will catch you. You can't go.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So whoever wants to experience arm wrestling firsthand, come to Boteman Sports Complex.
Why should everybody, including those I'm calling the South Africa Ghana Business Chamber, they are here. There are many doing great business here. They love sports. Why should they all come on the 1st and the 2nd to support Team South Africa?
Well, it will be a very great honor to meet them and see them there. It will make me very happy. We are in South Africa currently busy restructuring our whole federation's administration. We're building it a new foundation, building it up from the foundation in order to get our house so good in order that we can approach our government and register with them. And this journey will need some support as well. And we would love to have the support of the Business Chamber. And any input that we can get, any wisdom, any leadership, any guidance will also help us. President Charles himself has been an awesome mentor for us, for myself, and for the rest of our executive committee in South Africa. Vice President Dr. Kofi as well. The two of them are real mentors. They've assisted us. Their heart are truly in the sport and in encouraging and lifting up and growing and making strong the sport over the continent. And it's not just a sport, it's becoming a family. The bond that we are striking between the countries and with President Charles and them is really more like a family than just sport colleagues. And for the Business Chamber to come in and also be a part of that family and assist us, and we'll see what we can do for each other, you see.
So we'll see what we do for each other. But one thing I can tell you about this particular championship and what I've seen lurking around, the only see stuff, is that you're going to see something new in terms of presentation, in terms of fun experience, even in terms of broadcasting, how the thing is going. In fact, you will enjoy it on all social media handles. That one I can tell you. And I trust the team that is behind doing those things. So all roads will be leading to Boteman Sports Complex. In fact, that place is big enough for you to come with the family. Bring your car. You can get a space to park. Everything will be there. It's going to be like a one-stop shop. Enjoy it from May 1 to May 2. Enjoy everything, from food to everything. Drumming, dancing, everything beautiful, you can get today. And I trust
the Jama group from prisons.
The prisons Jama group is coming.
They are going to be there. The director of prisons called me and said, President, I don't want any Jama group to come. I am giving you my group.
Aye.
So the Jama group from the Ghana Prison Service will be there. Yes.
So viewers, thank you very much for doing the watching. We are once again inviting you to Boteman. Please just come with the family and just come and have a feel of it. Even if you want practical sessions, some of the coaches will be around to just take you through, so that at least going forward you can have it at a home and enjoy the sports. Thank you very much, Madam President, and thank you very much, Father President.
Thank you
for passing through. And you say thank you very much for doing the watching. Please make your way to Boteman Sports Complex. Let's have fun. We are pulling Africa together. Have a lovely day.
Africa is coming! Accra is ready!